So did Tory Lanez just admit that he is guilty of shooting Megan? Tory Lanez shocked everyone in court when he refused to testify against Meg Thee Stallion. And even though this is a weird turn of events, he has his own solid reasons why he doesn't want to take the stand, and it actually makes a lot of sense. But is this his way of indirectly admitting guilt by not wanting to lie under oath, or is he just playing mind games with the jury?
Yes, this Tory shot me. You shot me.
This is super weird because it's like he has been claiming his innocence all this time, so why isn't he going on the stand to try to convince the jury that he's innocent? Megan herself took the stand earlier on in the trial, and even though the trial wasn't televised like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, reporters who were present in the court have been keeping us updated with all that's been going on. But from what they said, Megan's testimony was emotional and moving, and it sounded like she could have managed to sway some jurors because there's nothing like hearing straight from the person who the injury happened to. This is why people have been waiting for Tory to take the stand and try to win some of the jurors over by telling his own side of the events. I mean, this man has been pulling all types of PR moves all through the trial by giving his son piggyback rides out of court.
This is my support system and I'm his too. There you go.
Oh, we got the baby.
Beautiful family, beautiful family.
Now this is obviously done for the cameras, but hey, Tory is facing about 22 years in prison if he's convicted, so I'm not gonna blame him for trying to make as many moves as he can to keep himself out of jail. But again, this is why everyone was kind of expecting his witness testimony. So why is he choosing to avoid defending himself to the jury when his fate literally lies in their hands? Well, according to people in the court, when he was asked by the court if he was going to be giving his testimony, he simply said, "I will not testify." Reporter Megan Cundiff tweeted, "It's official, Tory Lanez will not be testifying." He confirmed to Judge Hereford that he knows his decision and his decision is to not testify. Hereford then read out loud jury instructions, and closings will allegedly begin at 1:30 p.m. According to sources, the reason Tory and his lawyers refused to put him on the stand is that putting a defendant on the stand to be cross-examined by prosecutors is a big gamble in any criminal case, and Lanez's attorneys opted to not do so. Now I gotta say that I think this might be pretty smart because it's a 50-50 chance that Tory is going to be able to convince the jury that he's innocent. He could end up implicating himself instead because there's no telling the questions that the prosecuting team is going to ask him. He could just end up messing up and ruining the case, and they are not willing to take that risk. Instead of Tory's statement, his lawyers decided to instead build their closing statements by poking holes in Megan's testimony, focusing on the fact that she had initially lied about even getting shot in the first place. His lawyers are attempting to convince the jury that Megan is lying or leaving something out, and if we're being honest here, it seems like this is a much better approach than letting Tory take the stand and run the risk of him being torn apart by prosecution. Someone commented, "So you're telling me this man made an album about it, tweets about it, does all that to anyone who will listen but won't testify to his innocence? There is no innocent to testify to." Another person said, "Smartest thing his lawyers have done, unless he told them he shot her, in which case they couldn't put him on the stand." And this other person tweeted, "For 2 years you've claimed you've been harassed, your career has been threatened, and all your so-called supporters have been irrationally behind him the whole time. But now it's time for you to speak your piece, your truth, and you back out? Wonder why?" Well listen, this case is super close to being over and tensions are high on both sides because this could swing either of two ways. No matter who wins, the internet is going to go into a complete meltdown after the verdict is announced. But while we wait on that chaos to start, check out this next video.